My name is Jack Gershfeld. I'm the owner of the company, and we're going to talk today about the rookie, the electrical rookie, the hose roller, and which is we provide a hose management solutions for firefighters and forestry and industrial applications. So first I want to kind of introduce a couple of people here. Alex, this is Alex, mechanical engineer, so he is working on the rookie. We'll start the first hose, and we'll start from this side. From here, so you can see how we roll the hose. And we'll start from the smallest hose. So we'll start with the 3/4 of an inch hose with a male end right here. And then we're going to bring it in here and just align it right there, like this, okay? And putting the pedal in, we start rolling. So let's go ahead. Press the pedal, it starts rolling. Okay? And once it starts rolling, you just kind of guide it a little bit. There's a roller that will turn. Now you can, if you want to go a little bit faster, no problem. You can just increase a little bit speed, a little bit faster. But my recommendation, don't go too fast. There's no place to hurry. We just roll the hose until it's all nice and tight, okay? We don't keep it too tight, but not too loose. Once we finish with it, we're going to use clips that we manufacture, the hose clips, that will clip the hose so it doesn't come apart. And then we'll have a little table to put it on in a second. So we just stay here and monitor it. It's rolling through this, no issues here. If you feel you want to go faster, you can go faster. I prefer to go at the same speed, not to rush anywhere, just to get things done. Okay, if you need to push it here a little bit, you can do this, but most of the time it will align very nicely. Don't do anything without gloves. It may seem like everything's okay to your hands and everything looks fine until it's not fine. So you got the hose, use the gloves. Okay, keep things safe. Okay. And then don't put as little effort as possible. You don't want to put any effort more than needed, okay? Let the hose roll now. You can hear there's a hose coming behind me. So if the hose coming behind me, I want to look at the back just to make sure that there's a connection in the back, and we don't want anything to roll over. So I'm going to start it before it goes too high. So let's come back here. I'm going to stop it right now. Right around here I'm going to stop it. I'm not going to let it swing above it, because when it swings above it can hit you. So once you stop it, you just come right here and you're going to roll it right on the top of it. That's it. Okay? It's all on top of it. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put a clip on it so it holds it together while we're preparing next hose. Alright, we have a little clip here. It's a hose clip. It has a little spacer here to make sure you can insert it properly. There's a little handle here made out of stainless steel. I recommend to have a few of them on the job, and you just push right through it. Okay? And now that you push through, you can pull the hose off, put a little bit, and then you can just lift it, you see? You can just lift it, just like this. You can take those pipes, sliding pipes out, put them right back in, and then we'll put this on the cart, and then we'll just stack the other hoses on top of it so that we have a nice and clean setup here. Okay? And it allows you also to carry the hose if you need to take it someplace. You see how it puts it all together. So we're going to go ahead and put it right here for us right now. There's our hose right here. Okay, and we'll start. We got a couple of more clips here, a few more clips that will help us to roll the rest of the hoses. Let's go ahead and do the 1 inch. The same thing. We're going to slide it in. Okay, male end here. And again, watch your hands, put your gloves on, and you just start rolling, okay? Let it roll, it will roll through. There we go. Once it catches, you're all done. So keep as little pressure on the hose as you need to, just to have it rolled, okay? Push a little bit to the right, maintain steady flow, and don't rush through anything. We're not in a hurry. We need to get this done, and we want to put as little effort as we can. And there we go. You want to increase just a little bit? No problems, just a little bit speed. Okay. This motor is powerful enough you can put 100 pounds of weight on the end of the hose and it will continue rolling. So it doesn't have any problems. We're rolling here about 75-foot hoses, but it will roll 100 feet, 150 feet without any problems at all. Now in this case, without not putting anything on the female end to protect it, you can also put a sleeve to keep it safe if you want to make sure that it doesn't get wear and tear. So it's up to you. And there it's coming up. I can hear it, it's coming up, so I'm gonna just wait until it lifts off. And there it goes, and I'll stop it right here. And then we'll come back and roll it around here. Okay, now it's all set. We take another clip, and you can see we take this clip right here. We catch a couple of strands right here. Okay, and we push it right in. Then we bring this out, push a little bit more, and we're all set. Now for me, I just lift it, put the sliding pipes back on here, and I'm ready to put it back in here. And there's my another hose rolled. Okay, we're now going to take a next hose. This is the 1.5 inches, so we're going to bring it here. The same thing, I'm just going to roll it into here and leave it alone. Going to come back on this side, move this a little bit so it's easier a little bit. Okay, you always stay to the left of the hose. You don't want to put your feet right in between them. Okay, you don't know what's coming back, so always stay on the side, and you can guide it very nicely from the side. Okay, and we're ready to go. There's a little bit of a delay, and then the motor starts. Again, we're not rushing anything, just one little step at a time. And there we go. Almost hands-free. And you can see that we'll also de-water the hose at the same time. If you go from the top, and as you see it's coming back up here, you need to slow it down. Just as soon as it lifts, you stop right there. You don't want to go any further. You don't want it to flip at you, and just manually you're just going to come back here. Okay, adjust a little bit, and then you take another clip. And with this clip, again, you can catch about two strands of the hose and the third one, and then it will go right in here. Okay, and then you just push it in. Now you slide it just a little bit, push it in a little bit more so it covers the whole hose, and then you can just pick it up and slide it out, put it back here, and then we can go ahead and put right here on the dolly, and there we go. Okay. Right there. We're going to go to the next size hose. Let's roll this through. We're going to put it right the same way exactly. Roll it on the inside. Rest it here. Stay on the left side of the hose. The brakes are on. Power is on. Put your foot inside the pedal, and as you press it, it starts rolling, and you just push it a little bit to the right and let it just do its job. There's nothing there else to do. Okay, nice and tight. Coming up here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's nice and clean, and stop right there. No reason to rush it any more than that. Okay, push it back in, roll it on top, manually, then we take another clip. Alright, and we're going to put it right here. So I'm picking up two strands again, push it a little bit aside, and push it inside, just like this. Slide it just a little bit, and it comes across. So now we're all set. I can just grab it right here, put it back here, and roll it on top of it. Okay, last one, right here, last hose. Again, I'm going to stay on the left side of the hose, put the male end right in between. Okay, we're going to keep it just like this. Alright, and everything's ready. I'm going to push the pedal and let it rip. There we go. Excellent. The most important part is not to rush. Think of it this way, slow is fast. You don't make mistakes. Take your time. This is like a sandpaper. Keep your gloves on. Keep your hands protected. Alright, we're almost 30% done, and it keeps rolling, no problems. And you can see there's enough space here. This is just a 2.5 inch, but there's enough space here all the way to go to 7.5 inches, which is a very big cable. You can stop anytime. There's no problem. If you decide to leave it, I recommend to do a couple of things. Turn the unit off and disconnect the power. Don't keep the power connected. If the unit is not in use, disconnect the power cord and make sure that unit is completely de-energized. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and continue. Press the pedal and continue rolling. Again, we do not want the end to come all the way up, okay? We want just a little bit, and right there we're going to stop it. There's no reason we can roll it on top of it manually and keep it nice and safe. Okay, right here. Then I'm going to come back and pick up the clip here. Come back with the clip here. It separates right there. There's a distance here, so you can kind of push it aside very easily. Push it all the way in, slide it just slightly, and then push so you can see the end coming through the other end. And you're done. Just lift it up. Okay. Put the rollers right back here, and then we're done with this hose. Okay. There. So we're going to bring a couple of things. One, we have a little slider for larger hoses, because it's much heavier. We have a little slider that goes on the hose end, so as we slide it up, it doesn't damage the hose ends. As we were doing the rolling, some water was in the hoses and it got dewatered, so there's a little bit of water here. But that's what happens. By the time you roll it in, it's going to be fully dewatered, clean, and ready to go. So I'm so happy to show it to you. And alright, so this is our little skid. So let's come with me and I'm going to show you how to install that skid. So if you want to make sure that this hose end, it's very heavy. It's about 4.5 pounds. So you don't want to roll on the concrete or any place where it can get damaged. So you just roll this in and you put a rubber band right across it like this. Okay. And then you slide it inside. And the second one goes right in the middle of it, so it doesn't slide, right here, just like this. So now it's all holding in place, it's not going to go anywhere, and we can now roll the hose. So let's come back here. Now because it's a little bit wider hose, we're going to move this a little bit apart, so I'm going to move it to 4 inches. We're going to move it to 4 inches. So there's 4 inches, so that will give us a very nice position for the hose. And here we are. Okay. This is done. This is done. We put back our sleeves. Let's bring the hose here a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to insert it here. And you can see that a bigger hose is a bigger monster. So it's much harder to roll it by hand. So I'm going to stay on the right hand side of the hose. That's the goal. Do not put between your legs. This is not good, okay? Don't do this. Stay on the side of it. You need to have full control. And I'm going to just press it and start rolling just a little bit. Okay, and right here, I'm going to secure it like this. Okay? And then I can start rolling it. Just guiding it just a little bit. But it just keeps, again, just a little bit to guide it so it stays aligned. And you can see as I do this, it keeps rolling on the slider and it protects the end of it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue rolling. And right now we're rolling 25 footer. But we can also, it will do 50, 75 and 100 footer without any problems. Okay, now notice that as I come here, right around here, I'm going to stop. Okay, and a couple of things I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to remove this slider or skid to make sure that I can, there's one side and here comes the second side. Okay. Okay, 1 and 2. There we go. Put the skid on the side, and this is as far as you want to go. You do not want to roll it anymore because you're going to get this flipped over. So I'm just going to come back here, okay, and roll it on the top. Okay. Now because it's a bigger hose, I'm just going to do one strand. You see, I'm doing only one strand, and it's a double hose. And I'm going to just come back here and push it in just to secure it in place. And there we go. Okay. And now I can slide it. You can see it slides very nicely. Slide it. Okay. And put it back here. And then I can pull my tube out and put it back here. So when you're done rolling the hose, you can put everything back together. You can put these sleeves right here in these holes on the side. You can remove the roller pins, put them here, and you can remove the actual roller on this side and put it inside. So depending on your application, you may want to store it without this installed. And if you need, you can just leave it like this and ready to roll the hoses. We're going to do one more example, and we're going to roll the hose with the two ends on one side. Let me just move it back to 3 inches. Like this. Maybe we're going to take a 2-inch hose and we're going to roll it. Alright, great. We'll put this in, removing these pins, put it back. Okay, let's go ahead, remove this. Okay, we're going to hold this. Okay. 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 So we're going to roll it with the center right here. Let's pull it back. Okay, the male part sits on the top. We're going to put the hose here and align it like this. 2 hoses. Again, I want to remind you, stay on the right, on the left side of the hose, and then we're going to start rolling it, okay? And there we go. Again, keep in mind, slow is fast. Okay, it's coming up. Once the first one comes up, you want to stop right here, right about here. And that's it. Pull it back, right into this place. And then use a clip again. Pick up 2 strands right there. And then the 3rd strand is on the top. Just like this. Pull it out just a little bit and you're all set. Just pick it up and you can just put it right here on top. And there you are. We finished rolling all the hoses. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening. I'm Jack Gershfield with the crew here. Maria is behind the camera. Maria Kampa, who is our marketing manager, and Alex right there, who is a mechanical engineer. Nice to see all of you. Take care, everyone.